Welcome. If you have been following the recent Visa Bulletin, you might have noticed that priority dates have been retrogressed or shifted backward in time for the majority of categories. This regression will cause more delays in backlogs or vice versa. Employment-based visa categories. Employers may face a challenging time due to rising demand. Several deadlines for submitting immigrant visa applications, particularly in employment-based (EB) preference categories, have lately retrogressed or shifted backward in time. The retroactive dates were included in recent visa bulletins for March and April 2023. The Department of State issued a warning that additional corrective action to reduce the number of visas issued may be forthcoming. Priority dates and visa availability. The final action cutoff date for foreign nationals from all nations with the exception of India and China in the second EB priority category will advance by 4.5 months to February 15, 2022. According to the May 2023 Visa Bulletin issued on April 13, 2023. The issue of immigrant visas to foreign nationals who are otherwise qualified is further severely delayed by the establishment of a June 1, 2022, worldwide final action cutoff date for the third EB priority category. Immigrant petition for alien worker, Form I-140. Filing an I-140 immigrant petition for alien worker is a must for the first, second, and third EB preference categories. It is often submitted on behalf of the foreign national worker by the sponsoring business to fill a vacant full-time post in the U.S. for which there are no able, willing, qualified, and available U.S. workers. Self-petition and sponsoring employer. Immigrants in the first or second EB preference categories may self-petition and file an I-140 immigrant petition without a sponsoring employer, if they can show exceptional ability in the sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics through consistent national or international acclaim, or if it would be in the interests of the United States to waive the labor certification requirement. For I-140 immigrant petitions that are sponsored by an employer, the employer must prove to the satisfaction of United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, that the foreign national employee satisfies the minimal qualifications for the position being offered, and that the employer has the financial wherewithal to pay the employee the offered wage. Priority date and visa availability. An I-797 notice of action with a priority date, which is typically the date the employer submitted the I-140 petition to USCIS, will be given to the employer once the I-140 petition has been granted. The foreign national's position in the immigration visa line is determined in part by the priority date. The significance is that the Immigration and Nationality Act limits the number of immigrant visas that may be issued to foreign nationals each year based on the I-140 petition's underlying EB preference category. Adjustments to visa availability. If the demand for immigrant visas is greater than the supply of visas for a particular EB preference category, the Department of State will impose a cutoff date or retrogress that date to keep the allocation of visas within the statutory limits. A visa becomes available when the foreign national's priority date is earlier than the cutoff date indicated on the relevant Visa Bulletin chart. For the foreign national's preference category and country of birth. EB preference categories retrogression. Employers should be aware that certain foreign nationals in the second and third EB priority categories have experienced retrogression. If a foreign national holds an advanced degree, one higher than a bachelor's degree, or demonstrates exceptional ability defined as a degree of expertise significantly above the ordinarily encountered in the sciences, arts, or business, the employer may petition in March 2023. The Department of State indicated that the demand for EB-2 immigrant visas has continued to increase since December 2022, and warned that corrective action may be taken to keep allocations within the maximum allowed for fiscal year 2023. Sure enough, the April 2023 Visa Bulletin showed retrogressed cutoff dates for foreign nationals in the second EB preference category who were born in Mexico, the Philippines, and the rest of the world excluding China, with foreign nationals from India experiencing the most severe regression from October 8, 2011, to January 1, 2011. May 2023 Visa Bulletin. On April 13, 2023, the Department of State published the May 2023 Visa Bulletin showing further retrogression in the EB-2 preference category. The deadlines for taking final action for foreign nationals born in Mexico, the Philippines, and the rest of the world apart from India and China have been pushed out to February 15, 2022. The Department of State once more cited higher than anticipated demand and said adjustments will still be made as needed. EB-3 preference category. Foreign nationals with a bachelor's degree, skilled employees with at least 2 years of training or work experience, and other individuals with less than 2 years of training and job experience all fall under the third EB preference group. The Department of State issued a warning in March 2023 that rising demand for EB-3 immigration visas would necessitate cutoff dates or retrogression. Notably, the April 2023 Visa Bulletin reveals that the only foreign nationals who faced retrogression were those who were born in China. Nevertheless, additional corrective measures were expected in the coming months, as the Department of State previously indicated that increased demand may necessitate the establishment of a worldwide final action date, including Mexico and the Philippines. Conclusion: immigrants should keep an eye on the visa bulletins each month to spot any patterns or trends in the processing timelines for immigrant visas. Employers can prepare in advance for protracted periods without coverage, reduce onboarding delays, and establish expectations for incoming foreign national employees. By doing this, you can stay up to date with the latest U.S. immigration news, policies, NVC processing, embassy and visa process updates to help you on your U.S. immigration journey. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.